We made it. It may seem like a 30-second walk right from there, from here, but it took me 3 years, 7 months, and 11 days to be here. But we made it, right? Everybody who's sitting right there, Jamie uses a word, greenie. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to Morrow, not talking to Sheldon, not talking to Jamie, I'm talking to you. You would have heard many things over the course of last one day that do this, do that, and you'll be like, they are all saying the same thing. I know you are here to know whether you should do UL or whether you should do whole life. That's how I was like when I started that. That's everything I need to know, nothing else. But that's not where the game starts. The game starts right after that, once you learn that. Once you get into the business part, once you start building it. Before I get into my slides, I want to give a little bit of introduction about myself. Do you all face challenges in business? No market. People don't like insurance, right? That's what we hear. Anybody that you talk to, they're like, this is it. People are not listening. I'll tell you my story. If we made it happen, you can do it too. I came to Canada in September 2016 as an international student. I joined this industry right after I finished my studies. I didn't have my work permit as well at the time, right? And I had one recruit as well. One of the reasons why I think we made it, or we're going to achieve more heights, is that it was crystal clear in our hearts and in our mind that we will make it happen. If you have that clarity in your mind, there is nobody that can stop you from being successful. But if you don't have that, I'm sorry. There is no motivational class, no big speaker, no presentation, no product can give you that confidence if you don't believe in yourself. That's where the game started. So obviously I was 2 years into the country, no market, right? Started the business, worked on our license. At that time, so we are from British Columbia, we didn't have any offices. Good reason to quit. No local support. But we wanted to make it happen. We were seeing through what many of you would have seen in the past 2 days. That yes, this is something I can do, this is something I can make it happen. Right? I was talking to many people over the course of 2 days. They're like, I faced this thing, I faced this thing. That all will come to a good end. But just believe in yourself and start your journey. We made the market. People started believing because you started believing in yourself. So I called my topic From Passion to Profit, the journey of young entrepreneurs. And that's our logo on the side, our team youngest in charge. The average associate we have on our team is 26, 27 years old. And 95% of them are international students who are not in Canada for longer than 10 years. We heard Vishal this morning, less than 10 years. But we had the desire, we had the passion that we want to make this thing work. Do you have a dream? Yes. Could be about a car, could be about a good house, could be about a good life, it could be anything. For us, at the time, was to make this thing happen. People who were super close to me, they said that, leave it. It's not going to work out. Because we had zero experience in the industry as well at the time. But I had a dream that we will make it work because we believed in ourselves. 2019, by the end of 2019, we started early in Feb. By the end, this is what we had. This is 2023. More than 300 of us. We have more than 7 executive directors. We have the youngest 100,000 ring earners. We have the youngest and the fastest 350,000 income earner. And we are fighting to retain each of that record. That's why we call ourselves youngest in charge. We are in charge of competing against, where is Frank? I love you, but we are Lakers, as Jaskaran said yesterday. So we're going to compete. But one of the things that I really love about the culture of Experior is this healthy competition. It's not that I don't want Frank to be there. I want him to be there because I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Mauro, Daniel, Darren, Baljit, Dror. Where is Dror? I was with a practice company when he approached me. And somebody was talking about opportunity, Cam, I think, that sometimes we miss the opportunity. When I was with my practice company, Dror reached out to me over LinkedIn. I talked to him over the phone. We set up a meeting that he's going to show me the platform, and I never showed up. But luckily, he kept following up, and I showed up. I gave him a call that let's set up, and we made this thing happen. I want to introduce the people who are behind the force of Team Youngest in Charge who made this happen. I'm not here for myself. I'm representing all of them. A huge shout out to the leadership of Youngest in Charge. Right? A couple of more of them, who's going to be the next EDs. You heard Jaskaran talking yesterday. So how do we measure success? As I said, by competing, that we will have the youngest people going executive director and above, working on it hard. We are the youngest team, and we have multiple hierarchies in the company who have entered the 100K Premium Club multiple times, not one time. We have the, I think I'm still the youngest 100K ring earner, but by Friday, if Banava pays out, we will have the youngest 100K ring earner, who is the youngest male executive director in the company. And we have the youngest and the fastest $350,000 ring earner in the team. Our secret to success, teamwork. Treat them with empathy, give them good leadership. People do look after you. If I'm not making anything, if they do not see me in the field, they will not do anything. I was talking to Manjeet earlier, and he said that until I make 100,000 first, then I'm going to start talking to people. That's how it should be. Once you give them the results that I have done it, then only people will follow you, right? Education focused. What's in it for you? What worked for us, what worked for me, set goals. Be very specific. I'll give you the very basics. How I started, what made me help. When I was an SFA in 2020, my goal was, I called it 50-50. That in whole 2020, it doesn't matter how much money I make, I was part-time at the time, that I will submit 50 applications, and I will have my whole team submit 50 applications. We did it, right? So set those short goals, and then you go for the bigger ones. Skills are cheap, passion is priceless. Before going away, my time is just up. I'm just going to share a story. Majority of you would not have heard about the first flight. Samuel Pierpont Langley. In early 1900s, there was a guy, Samuel Pierpont. He was a big guy. He had all the big connections, the businesses, politicians, everybody. He had $50,000 in grant. He was working at Harvard. He was a mathematics professor, and press followed him everywhere. Everybody was like, this will be the guy who will pilot the first airplane. Everybody thought the success is guaranteed. But on the other side, in Dayton, Ohio, there were two brothers who were working out of their bicycle shop. There are a couple of other passionate individuals who didn't have no degrees like Pierpont Langley and his team had, the best minds, but they had a passion that they want to make it work. In December 1903, people witnessed the first flight. It was not covered in any news. People came to know after weeks that somebody has done it. Do not go for the limelight. Go for the work, and when you will make it, people will know it. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jamie Prickett. I'm the CEO of Experior Financial Group. And if you like what you saw in that video, that was from our last convention. Well, this next convention coming up July 16th to the 18th of 2024 is going to be absolute fire. It's the Decade of Distinction. And if you haven't got tickets for it, click on the link below. Let's make it happen. We're going to change the world.